Last couple of minutes of warm-up then, guys. We're going to be asking for handles down in a couple of minutes' time. Right then, guys. Everyone set for first race? Handles down, please. So it is a 10-minute race, so of absolute importance that you go hell for leather in the first 30 seconds and then blow it for the remaining 9.5 minutes, gents. So you're watching your screens, please, gents. Watching your screens.
Sit ready. Attention.
So we are off for this first race then. It is a 10-minute race. Paces that you see on the screen is the combined race pace of our two athletes. Lots of adrenaline going through in these first few seconds before they settle into their race paces. Early lead, the guys from Sub 7, Crab Monster and Trash Panda. Ian holding a 1:36, Martin 1:43 alongside him. Average pace on the boat there is a 1:40 for that team. Coming through the first 300 then in just over 1 minute. Guys nicely settled into their race paces now. As we go into the first 2 minutes of race. Remember, folks, you are more than welcome to get behind these guys, give them a bit of a shout when they need it, which is probably going to be in around about 6-7 minutes' time as we come into those final few minutes of racing. Crab Monster and Trash Panda currently holding about a 20-minute lead over second place Robertson Morsley, who are then about 10 metres ahead of Team Nessie. Strong paces, 1:43, 1:45 from these guys. Stroke for stroke, it's 147 paces for Team Nessie. As well as their individual paces on their monitors, they can also see where they stand in this. The male Open Masters weight categories. First race of today's event. See that the team of Robertson Maudsley are about a 1 second split ahead of Crab Monster and Trash Panda. They're going to try and chase down that 26-meter lead over the next 6.5 minutes. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys in here are racing later on, so you know quite how long 5 minutes can feel on one of these dreaded Concept 2 machines. That is the time we're just coming up to now, coming up to the halfway mark. So that is the halfway point now, 5 down, 5 to go. Still about a 20-minute lead for the sub-7 guys, Crab Monster and Trash Panda over the team of Robertson Maudsley. They're holding 142, 143 average paces. So if you do keep an eye on those big screens, you can see that the combined paces of our top two teams are pretty similar. But currently in second place, they are just holding a slight lead on that average split. So they have got 4 minutes now to chase down that 17-meter lead that Crab Monster and Trash Panda currently have. When we get down into the last few minutes of racing, you need to get in these guys' ears, give them a bit of support as they come into those few hundred meters. Could make the difference between that first and second place and those amazing engraved Wingman trophies. Very strong paces to be holding for 10 minutes. These are around 140s. So they are just coming through the 2K mark now. These are good paces to be holding for 2K. These guys have still got just under 3 minutes of racing left. Just 9 meters now the lead the boys from sub-7 have. 142s, 143s on the screens for Trash Panda and Crab Monster. 140s and a 146. So we still have average paces with about a 1 second split difference. As we come into the final 2 minutes of racing, and we just have 5 meters between our two lead pairs. As we come into the final, around about a minute and a half, we'll have about 500 meters racing left for these guys. Obviously, it's a timed race, but at this pace, it is around about 500 meters to go with 90 seconds left. 5 meters separating these top two teams. Got a 144 and a 140, a 141 and a 142. Coming up to the final 60 seconds, 6 meters between the first two teams. Let's get behind them then. They've got 60 seconds of work left. Drop the hammer, boys. Let's go. Come on. And those sub-7 boys have answered there, pulling down to a 139 average split, holding a 7-meter lead over second place Robertson Mosley. Gents, you got just over 30 seconds. You've got to put the power down now. Let's go. Come on. Still an 8-meter lead for our top team, Crab Monster and Trash Panda from sub-7. They've got to hold that lead with just 15 seconds left of this first 10-minute race. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time! Absolutely fabulous race to start today's Wingman 2018 competition. Congratulations to the team of Crab Monster and Trash Panda with a, if my math serves me right, around about a 23, that's right, 23-meter win for those boys. Absolutely fabulous performance, gents. Now may be a good time to mention that the guys from X Endurance have got some fabulous supplements that are going to help you recover from these races and get yourselves ready for that 3 minute later on today. If you're doing that, please do go and see Paul over at the X Endurance stand underneath that ESPRIT rowing flag. Have a chat to him and see what he might be able to help you out with. So that is the first race of today's competition done. Means that the race floors open up now for race number 2 to get themselves warmed up. We'll be back on for our second race in around about 10 minutes' time. Gent who lost his wingman yesterday. So a nice little 10-minute warm-up to start. But I know these ladies are competitive. They're not going to want to just cruising through this. They're going to want to putting down a good score. Katie holding a strong 151 alongside her, Robert with a 201. Between them, they're gin and tonic. I'm not sure which one's which. First quarter of the race down. Slight drop in pace of about 1 second split from gin and tonic here. 152 for Katie, 203 for Robbo. Average pace for 157. Still a solid 158 average from gin and tonic. Coming through that first 4 minutes. So that is halfway through now, this 10-minute race. Solid pacing from the team of ESPRIT ladies. Still holding that 151 and 202 paces, gin and tonic. So all our racers out on the floor, and anyone who's racing today, remember you're going to that raffle for some amazing prizes from our sponsors. We're going to be drawing that at lunchtime. Some great gear from the likes of Dynamic Shield, Omega 3 Zone, Rock Tape, Lululemon, some absolutely fabulous prizes. But you have to get through these races first, and we are coming in this last 4 minutes for this 10-minute race for our interesting set of athletes out on the floor, but including those ladies from Team ESPRIT, gin and tonic. It has been some very consistent pacing from these Team ESPRIT ladies, still holding that 150 and 201 pace for an average of 155-ish. Strong rowing from Gin and Tonic. Also great to see our gents out on the floor supporting these ladies to give them somebody to share the pain and race against. Thank you, guys. Now the question is, are we going to see a sprint finish from Gin and Tonic? I'm getting shakes of the head. I'm sure if we have a good bit of enough shout at them, we'll get them to drop the hammer in the last 60 seconds. So 2 minutes remaining then, is 10-minute race. Just coming through the 2,100 meter mark for our lead pair of Gin and Tonic, Katie and Robbo. So we're in the last minute then of this 10-minute race. And although they said there was no sprint finish, I'm seeing a drop in pace for these ladies, so they have actually put the foot down. Final 40 seconds of racing in this 10-minute race. Robbo now holding a 1:56. Katie has dropped to a 1:44 pace coming into the final 30 seconds. Let's make a bit of noise for these folks as we come into the final 15 seconds of this race today. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Great work, folks. Race number 2, Wingman 2018. Jack. (2,607 meters in that 10 minutes. Taking that win for Gin and Tonic in this female open category. Looking out on the floor there, it's perhaps use the term female with a slight pinch of salt for the rest of the competitors. Certainly not Katie and Robbo though. So that means the ergs are open then for warm-up for our race number 3, which will get underway in just over 10 minutes' time. Still on our 10-minute races. Race 3 is our male open category. We've got Rockstar and Spidey, No Concept of Sorrow, and then Team ESPRIT's boys, Johnson and Riley. So the team of Rockstar and Spidey, the Henderson brothers. Just want to say thank you to those guys as well. They're representing Omega 3 Zone. Got a great raffle prize in. Nice big bottle of fish oil. And then we got the team, Johnson and Riley ESPRIT boys. So if you want to finish your warm-ups, guys, can I ask for handles down in around about a minute's time? So as well as racing against each other, it'll be interesting to see how these open athletes compare against our masters from before. So handles down, please, gents. Get yourselves ready. And watching your screens, please. Okay then, so we're off on our third 10-minute race today. It's a head-to-head between Rockstar and Spidey and Johnson and Riley. So these guys then know exactly what they're going to have to do to take away those Wingman trophies. They've just got to beat the blokes on the other ergs. .142, 141 averages from Rockstar and Spidey, the Henderson brothers. Over here, our ESPRIT boys, 144 being held by Paul, 142 by Sean. Combined averages, though, pretty even here. We got 143, 144 averages between the pair and just 3 meters separating them as we go through the first 90 seconds. As I said in the first race, though, 10 minutes is a hell of a long time on these Concept 2 machines. If these guys can stay within striking distance, it's all to play for when we get into that final minute. That final minute, though, is a long way off still, as we've just gone through the first 2 minutes of this 10-minute race. Still just 2 meters separating our teams of Johnson and Riley and Rockstar and Spidey. So it looks like this could be a tight one. We are currently holding a 144 and 146 from the Henderson brothers. Johnson and Riley, 146 and 146 here. Pretty much neck and neck. So if you are just joining us, remember that this is a pairs race, so it is the average pace of the two athletes, which goes towards the boats on the race screens. The athletes are going to see their individual splits on their monitors. The question is, have these guys rode this time before? Do they know what they can hold for this 10 minutes? Or is that second half of the race going to be a world of pain? As we come to the halfway point there, and the ESPRIT boys, Johnson and Riley, just managing to maintain that 3-meter lead over the Henderson brothers, Rockstar and Spidey. So as we come in this last 4 minutes of this race, if any of you guys are a bit peckish, you can go and see Miss Eva Taylor over in the corner at her tuck shop. She's got some great goodies over there for you. We've also got some fabulous coffee and soup available. That is probably the last thing on the mind of these four gents out on the floor here now. Starting to see just a little bit of pain creeping into some of these faces as we approach the final third of this 10-minute race. Johnson and Riley now just starting to stretch that lead a little bit more. 8 meters between these boats. A 149 and a 145 pace for those gents, giving us a 147 average. Rockstar and Spidey, though, they're trying to answer that. They're now holding a 147 combined pace. Is this once again going to come down to that final minute and who's got anything left in the tank for a sprint finish? Okay, then we're coming in the final 2.5 minutes. 147 average for Johnson and Riley. That's what they've held pretty much throughout here. Rockstar and Spidey just starting to drop a little bit off the pace. There's a 16-meter gap now between these two pairs. Riley's now pulling a 143 as we come to this final 2-minute 150 pace for Johnson. Our Henderson boys holding a 152 and a 146. Everyone's going to have to dig deep as we come into the final 90-odd seconds. These guys are starting now to push for the finish. Who has got more left over this final 70-odd seconds? Riley and Johnson still on a 147 pace. Rockstar and Spidey a 150. Right then, boys, if you want to, you've got to go for it now. We've got a 142 and a 144 on the screens from Rockstar and Spidey. They've got a final 45 seconds to chase down the team of Johnson and Riley. Still holding that 17-meter lead, though. Riley now pulling a 141. Johnson also a 141. They've answered. "30 seconds left, gents. Let's go." I've got 138 and 139 from the Henderson brothers. Final 15 seconds. Let's go, boys. Come on. 10 seconds. All the way over the line, guys. Come on, right to the finish. 5, 3, 2, 1. Time. No question that those gents gave it everything they possibly had. So don't forget those X-Endurance samples are available for all our athletes. Well, in fact, available for anyone in here today if you want to go and try out some of the pre and post workouts. In that E4 then male open 10-minute race, 16 meters was the gap between the teams with Johnson and Riley from ESPRIT and Rockstar and Spiny from Omega 3 zone. So we are 5 minutes away then from race number 4 today, which is our Mixed Open and Mixed Open Masters 10-minute races. Second race of the day for Katie Talbot. So you will see different coloured boats on the screens. Our light grey boat is our Mixed Open race. And our black boats are our Mixed Open Masters. Okay, handles down, please, folks. Handles down. So just waiting for those firewalls to stop. Watching your screens, please. Watching your screen. So we're underway then for the fourth 10-minute race today of Wingman 2018, hosted by ESPRIT Indoor Rowing. Firehawk and Iron Giant, Bungle and Zippy, George and Scott, and Thunder and Lightning. Be interesting to know the story behind some of these names. So it looks like Katie's going out with that 151, 152 pace she held in the last race, alongside her Simon holding a 148. That's the team of Thunder and Lightning. As we come across onto the other side of our ergs. Got a 143 and a 210 pace here. Alongside those guys, 202 and a 144. And a solid 139, 140 and a 153. Your current leaders then, that is Firehawk and Iron Giant holding a solid 146 average. Already a 20-meter lead between the next team of Bungle and Zippy, holding a 154 with George and Scott. Just another 5 meters or so down and then with a 201 average. Our team of Thunder and Lightning holding a 150. So Team Awesome's Firehawk and Iron Giant just stretching out that lead with a 35-meter lead now, holding a very strong 146 average as we come through the first quarter of today's 10-minute race in this mixed open masters category for those guys. Coming up to the first 4 minutes of this 10-minute race then, it is still a commanding lead from Team Awesome's Firehawk and Iron Giant, holding a 145 average. They've got a 60-odd meter lead over Bungle and Zippy, who are then another 30-meter lead over George and Scott. Thunder and Lightning currently just behind our lead boats, but in a separate race for those guys. That is the mixed open race. The ladies and gents on this side are in the mixed open masters race. Danny Graham still holding a strong 139, 140. Hannah alongside him with a 153. Passing through the halfway mark then, we've got Pete Clowes here. He's holding a 142. Alongside him, his partner Angela pulling a 2-minute pace. Average for them of around about 150. Cool signs for those guys, Bungle and Zippy. Folks from sub 7. This is Jane George and David Scott. Working hard as we come into the final 4.5 minutes of this 10 minutes. It's been a pretty consistent 145 pace throughout from David. Great work from Jane alongside him, pulling around about 2:15 at the moment. Very consistent pacing from all our athletes. They know what they can hold for this 10 minutes. Question is, are they going to go for a bit of glory in that final 60 seconds? That's what all our crowd want to see. They want to see sprint finishes. So we are in the final quarter of this race then. Still that massive lead from the team of Firehawk and Iron Giant from Team Awesome. 147 average for them. They've been holding 139, 140 from Danny and 153s from Hannah throughout. Alongside them, Pete and Angela, 141 and 205 for these guys. Again, very, very consistent pacing through this 10-minute race. "60 seconds left of this race then. Let's see what you got left in this final minute. Danny Graham now pulling a 134 pace with 40 seconds left on the clock. Pete's also taking a good 3 or 4 seconds off his split with a 138, a massive 152 from Angela alongside him. Folks, it's the final 30 seconds. Let's get behind these guys. Make some noise. Come on. "20 seconds left over the line, guys. All the way in. Come on. "10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Great work, folks. The team of Firehawk and Iron Giant taking that mixed open Masters race, with Thunder and Lightning taking the mixed open. Okay then, folks, we have got around about a 35-minute break before the next race, but during that time we are going to do the presentations for the winners of this morning's races and do that raffle from our sponsors. So keep your ears open. Back with you in a couple of minutes. So first look at our 3-minute races then. Expecting a slight difference in pace. Third race of the day for Katie Talbot, and this is Gin and Tonic up once again. They've done their massive warm-ups and ready to go for this 3-minute race. Handles down. Watch your screens, ladies. So we're off then for 3 minutes for Gin and Tonic here. Unless something dramatic happens, this will be the third trophy for Katie today. 3 out of 3 so far. 134 pace for Katie, 142 for Robbo. Laughing away to themselves, claiming that's not going to last apparently. Will be interesting to see the difference in paces over these 3-minute races compared to our 10-minute races. And your current leaders in this race then is Gin and Tonic. They currently have an infinite lead over the people in second place. Not going to let them get away with it too easy though. I will be shouting at them in the final 30 seconds to go faster. Whether they take any notice of me or not is another matter. Halfway through, ladies, coming up now. 90 seconds. One minute left then, 60 seconds of work. We're not having you cruising over the lines, ladies. Come on, 30 odd seconds to go. Let's get that power down. Speed up, come on. Come on, Katie, under 140, under 150, Shell, come on. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Despite lots of shaking of heads, fabulous performance, ladies, well done. Okay, that means the race floor is ready for warm-ups for our race number 6, which is our Male Open and Male Open Masters 3-minute races. So Male Open and Male Open Masters race 6. You're ready for warm-up now. Your race is going to be starting in about 12 minutes' time. Male Open Masters 3-minute races. Warm up now, please. So your erg numbers are up on the projected screen here, guys, if you're unsure of your erg number. We have Rockstar and Spidey back on again. No Concept of Sorrow, Caketon and Venus, Harrison and Harrison, Fat and Lonely, Sparkles and Mermaid, Johnson and Riley, and then Roberts and Maudsley are up as well in the Masters category. Get yourself strapped in. Okay, gents, strapped in and ready, please. Get yourself strapped in and ready. And watching your screens, please.
Stop rowing and prepare for the start. The anticipation. Sit ready. Attention.
Okay, so we are off then in this Male Open and Male Open Masters 3-minute race. Again, that adrenaline buzz in the first few seconds. We are seeing some incredibly fast paces. What will these guys be able to hold over the full 3-minute race. Will anyone break the 1,000 meters holding a sub 130 throughout? Fat and Lonely and Rockstar and Spidey, currently your lead athletes. But it is very, very tight with just 30 seconds gone. Fat and Lonely, current leaders with about a 3-minute lead over the second place athletes. Rockstar and Spidey, though, currently holding a 135. They are taking the lead back from Fat and Lonely as we approach the halfway points. 5-meter lead for Rockstar and Spidey over Fat and Lonely. Sparkle Mermaid holding a 136, 137 pace now. Right then, folks. Coming up to the final 60 seconds in this male open race, and it is Rockstar and Spidey with a 12-meter lead over Sparkles and Mermaid from Johnson and Riley, Kateton and Venus and Fan and Lonely. 60 seconds, let's go, boys, come on. It is tied for second and third between Sparkles and Mermaid and Johnson and Riley. Rockstar and Spidey, though, current lead is out in front with a 12-meter lead over second and third. Let's go, guys, come on, 30 seconds, push it now, all the way in. Rockstar and Spidey, they are being chased down now by Johnson and Riley. 20 seconds to go, 9 meters separating those first two boats. Boys, you've got to go for it. You've got 15 seconds. Let's go, guys. It is going to be a photo finish. We get over this line. We have just got 5 seconds left. You've got to go all the way in, guys. All the way in. 2, 1, time. Fabulous race, gentlemen. Very, very well done. We will have to wait for the scores. Checking in with Dan. Okay, so it was Rockstar and Spidey taking that with 945 meters in 3 minutes. Second place, Johnson and Riley. And in third was Sparkles and Mermaid. Very well done, guys. Our team of our Masters team there. Also a very, very strong showing from the team of Mark Roberts and Simon Maudsley. Right then, folks, we have one race left. And that will be our mixed open and mixed open Masters race in around about 15 minutes' time. Absolutely fabulous performance from the gents out on the floor in that 3-minute race. One more race then for Wingman 2018. Thanks very much for joining us today. First event for Team ESPRIT here. We do still obviously have a few raffle prizes which we'll be drawing on completion of the day's racing, as well as presenting those trophies for our 3-minute races this afternoon. Last race of the day then is our Mixed Open and Mixed Open Masters 3-minute race. We have Iron Giant and Firehawk back on the floor, Chappers and Lozza, Thunder and Lightning, Watkins and Hills, Bungle and Zippy, and George and Scott. That will be race number 7 for today's Wingman competition. Get yourselves strapped in then, please. Ready for this 3-minute race in our Mixed Open and Mixed Open Masters categories. Get yourselves ready then, please, guys. Watching your screens. Hold, hold, hold. Danny's broken his rower. Okay, just relax, guys. We're just going to have to reset the system and change rowers in. Give us about 5 minutes. Okay, handles down then, please, guys. We're going to try again. Get yourself strapped in. Watch your screens, please. Okay, so we do have a clean start this time then. $125, 128 for Danny. Hannah through with a 144. Chappers pulling a 133. Lozza with a 157. Simon's on a 141. Katie just putting on a 142. Pete's holding a solid 133. Angela with a 145 alongside him. Jane a 154 and David with a 131. Strong, strong work from these guys in that first 40 seconds. Current leaders are Iron Giants and Firehawk with a 4-meter lead over Bungle and Zippy. And in the Mixed Open, it's Thunder and Lightning with a lead over Chappers and Lozza. One minute down, 2 to go, guys. $130 and $144 are the paces for Iron Giants and Firehawk, currently leading that Mixed Open Masters race. Thunder and Lightning with a 141 and a 143 as we pass through the halfway mark. Chappers and Lozza, 135s and 2-minute paces. Danny's still holding a 130, 132. Hannah alongside him with a 146. It is Iron Giant and Firehawk in the lead in that Mixed Open Masters race. 30-meter lead now over Bungle and Zippy, with Thunder and Lightning holding lead over Chappers and Lozza in the Mixed Open. 60 seconds. Right then, folks, as it gets into the final 30 seconds, get in these guys' ears, make some noise. We want to see some fast finishes. 40 seconds left, guys. Let's go. Come on. 30 seconds. Hammer dropped here by Danny. He's on a 1:26 pace. 20 seconds left. All the way in now, guys. Come on. 12 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Absolutely fabulous way to round out today's racing. Iron Giants and Firehawk take the mixed open masters, with Thunder and Lightning taking the mixed open. Feel free to stay on those rows as long as you need, guys. Cool down if you need to. Okay then, folks. We are going to get these trophies presented to our winning athletes and then do the last draws for our raffle prizes.